Hi, Scorpio. Alright, welcome to the space. Oh, it is there. There was this turkey vulture circling, and it was really low, and it tried to land, but it couldn't quite find the right spot, and it circled again, and now it's sitting in this tree. You know, I thought the bird was your wren this time. Welcome to the space, by the way. Hope you're good, Scorpio. Always interesting things happen with you, but I thought your bird was the wren, your animal this time, which are actually sort of rare to see, too. They don't really show themselves so much. Certain people, but not all people. Turkey vulture's the same. You might see them way up in the sky, you know, in an unreachable kind of way, but not within a distance, like a short distance like this. Kind of want you to look at that versus me. Hold on a second. I don't know if you can see it from this angle. There it goes. Okay. Guess it's time to start. Any of you who are still here, thank you for being patient. So actually, one of my beautiful Scorpio friend gave me this book, Animal Speak book. I love this book. I reference it all the time. And I looked up vulture because it kept circling, you know. And this is what I ended up it's these two. We'll read 3 little paragraphs, okay? It was then that the vulture stepped forward. Vulture was the most beautiful and powerful of birds. Upon its head was a mantle of rich feathering that all other birds envied. Knowing that the earth would burn up unless someone moved the sun, the vulture placed its head against it and began to fly to the heavens. With powerful strokes of its wings, it pushed and pushed further into the heavens. Though it could feel its crown feathers burning, the vulture continued until the sun was set at a safe distance in the sky away from the earth. Unfortunately, vulture lost its magnificent head of feathers for eternity. It came back. Hi. The vulture is probably the most misunderstood and misaligned birds. People see them as gross and associate them only with death. But myths and tales abound that reflect the exact opposite. Even a brief examination of the variety of myths about this bird and a cursory look at its behaviors will reveal a true, wonderful creature. I guess to the Pueblo also, its medicine says would restore harmony where harmony has been broken. There are 2 kinds of well, there are many kinds of vultures, but you know there are two main kinds. The red-headed ones, which is a turkey vulture, and the black vulture. The black-headed one is more aggressive. It actually will kill. It'll peck at something that isn't quite dead. When they know it's sick, they'll just peck at it. But the red-headed one, the turkey vulture, only cleans things up. You know what I mean? It's a purifier. I wish you could see it, but it's so still. You know, there's times where, well, you want to be understood, right? Understood. You don't want to be misunderstood. Especially, I guess, by your peers, right? By that which you connect to. But you can change moment to moment, right? Turkey vulture is one of your animals for certain, right? Cleans up the messes, the really dirty messes. It makes it clean again, right? But I guess sometimes it is a little surprising when, I guess, one shape shifts and they don't want to, or they don't mean to, right? Turn into a different creature. Different expression of yourself can happen. So it's practicing this. And you've been doing this for, I believe we've been talking about it here for at least a year and a half, 2 years of practicing your energy, right? And so remember, this is like discipleship. It is a longer path. You know, you want to become Kung Fu Master? You want to become Kung Fu Master? Well, then you have to, it's like earning your stripes, right? And, well, I want you to know that you're doing a good job. You know, this message is here for a reason. We are here for a reason. All right, let's see what your cards are, Scorpio. I really love your intro, by the way. It's it's personally probably the longest animal that's been in my life. So maybe that's something you want to think about. It's the first animal you ever remember seeing, especially in a wild sense versus domesticated. Oh, look at this. 6 of Wands in the garden. Well, that's lovely. I'm feeling this as, there's lots of, how do I explain this? Well, there's a lot of intention here. Hi, Crow. To make it beautiful. You know, well, I heard realize it is beautiful. Whatever it is that you, I don't know, have the ability to witness or be a part of, and I do see you have a great gift to give the world. I would also say whatever's going on with work too, what you're working on, I see that strengthening. Absolutely. Awesome. Oh, I see. This is where we read So a person gifted, had a person express themselves in what they had, right? Well, I have blank. And then and they were like, I have more than what I need or what have you. And I was like, oh, I could use some of that. And so I was like, I'd be willing to take some of that off your hands because, you know, what have you. And then she sent it to me and gifted me. And now we both get to create, which is really cool. And she wrote a little note and a poem on the back. Or I guess this is maybe more of a, what would you call that? I guess a statement by Baudelaire, Baudelaire, and it states, we are weighed down every moment by the conception and the sensation of time, and there are but two means of escaping and forgetting this nightmare: pleasure and work. Pleasure consumes us, work strengthens us. Let us choose. And I also feel I feel like this is what the Six of Wands in the garden is talking about. I mean, this is success with your garden. This is something so bright and so healthy, right? There's all kinds of things that have bloomed here. There's things that are, you're proud of what you can hold. Do you know what I mean? Or what you can create. I see other people are also proud of that, but there's something here. I saw again, like, work strengthens us, right? Work strengthens you. So maybe that's a focus that would be helpful for you. I guess that's probably one of your lessons also with Scorpio being about desire, right? Is what is necessary and what is not. Cool. You have more Scorpio things. Here's Butterfly. You have the Queen of Swords with the card Follow It. Wow. What number is that? 35. 8. Cool. Okay. There's so many hands here, like, holding tools, and then it's like they're holding a tool, they're holding, right, this one for instance is holding a wand, holding fire, and then that is extended and turns into something that you can fully hold, that someone can fully hold in their hand. And then from there's air. So we're talking about energy and then communication. And from that, it's sort of like an exchange. You know, like, okay, I have this, I'm doing this, here's that. And then I heard chipping at it and seeing what the direction is. And I see someone like handshaking. Maybe this is a kind of, well, I heard maybe this is a sort of thank you. Could be for some of you an agreement also, right? Usually a handshake represents some sort of contractual thing. A hello, a goodbye, a thank you. I guess these are all agreements. I heard most importantly being able to agree with your own, right? Not argue, not like arguing with yourself. Like, don't disagree with yourself too much. Try not to. Actually, I guess all these Scorpio-inspired people in my life are coming out to give a message and thank you for being in my life, all of you. I appreciate us all being together so much. You know, a good friend of mine, Scorpio, told me once, You know, secrets make us sick, and we talked about this before, and they do. They do. And so maybe, I don't know, maybe you need to let something out. But not like, I heard, not a wild beast, like, out of the cage that can hurt you, right? But it's something a lot softer than that. Because I suppose a lot of people tell you their secrets too, right? And maybe because sometimes you can read other people's thoughts or energy, like you can pick up on it, but it's not yours. It can make you think that other people have the same magic as you, and they do to a certain extent, like it exists in all of us, but everybody has a different amount in different ways. And of course, how people use it is going to affect how and what is created. Let me see what this King of Wands is looking at. Ooh, the portal. Wow. Well, there's you. Strong. Externally expressing yourself, right? What is King of Wands? You have a king and a queen. Beautiful. And the Six of Wands. It's so good. And you're actually, I need you to remember, side note, you are going in order, okay? You are going in order. But as you go along, there will be tests of what people have and how that is exchanged, or you know, actually, I guess we'll have a little conversation before we talk about the King of Wands. Libra, which is your neighbor, seemingly has a message for everyone, and I actually already recorded a reading twice. I actually did another one in front of the fire where you just looked at it, and there was an algae symbol there, so you're protected in the fire. You know, your fire protects you, but it can also destroy you or others, so just make sure that you use it correctly and confidently. And where you don't know how to use it, just use it slowly, okay? But Libra ended up being last on the roster, which has never happened. And then I realized, I was like, where are these other Scorpio readings? And I don't know where they went. They floated, and that's fine. I guess Cancer just filtered them. We had to talk about all that and then be here now, right? But maybe their reading could also be of service to you, because it talked a lot about energy and knowing the difference between what is yours and what is not, and sometimes knowing, of course, that what is yours is uncomfortable. It isn't always somebody else, right? Like, oh, I feel anxious because, well, Bobby's anxious. It's like, well, but maybe Bobby was anxious around you to make you anxious, to give you a way to express something, right? Or to show something. And now, of course, you do this a lot for other people, but you take on too much, and you have to know that. It's like about knowing your boundaries, and that's a big thing about what the Queen or the King of Wands is about too. Boundaries, right? He's not going to willy-nilly go into some magic door and some portal without asking some questions first, like, why is this here, and where is this going, and where was I going, right? Not just blindly following things. It's about asking good questions and taking what you have learned prior, right? These bigger life lessons, yes. And regardless of whether you won or lost, right? But looking at this, I guess, and asking yourself, like, is this helping me or is this hurting me? Now, again, I heard not all the things are comfortable, right? And again, I see Libra. Libra has a message. Sagittarius, too. You're in the same spot as Sagittarius and Capricorn, too. So we're talking about expanding and building and having it be something that is fair, that is it's in order, right? There's a correct order to it. It's not all willy-nilly. No. Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords. No, that's not. And this is also more past energy of, juvenile. Yeah, and then it goes and it goes. So there's a line here that goes back really deep. But now, oh, did you just see that? There was the page, the knight, and now the king. Wow, see, you're going in the right order. We pulled that and saw that because we dug a little. But it wasn't a digging that hurt, right? It was just kind of like, yes, okay, that, and now back into this present moment. Maybe what this King of Wands is also expressing is a confidence to be able to close the door, right? Versus opening it. I mean, it will open one anyway, but it's something about, I guess this is in a way of someone expressing a confident knowing, like what they know, perhaps. Maybe the honesty in finding the knowing also is knowing what the feeling is. Like, does it feel good? Because there is an undercurrent to me with Scorpio, however elevated it can become. There's always there's always like judgment in it. Whether you're judging yourself, most of the time that's what it is. But then it's not, to me, it's less about judging other people. It's more about judging yourself. And that can make some really good corrections so that you don't hurt yourself later, right? Or things are not harder, regardless of like family. This is relation, and this is how it relates to what you have with other people, and especially comfort and security in your own faith, For instance, to even have I heard a brighter, more sparkly life, whatever that is to you. Because everybody knows in certain ways that, I think everybody knows that life is so beautiful and magical and awesome. There's like a part of them that just knows that. And we can all feel it, right? And then we could focus on what isn't working too. Like, meaning like, oh, well, the world's fucked up, so I'm just, think about how many alcoholics there are, or drug addicts, or just people that make choices to not be in this world. Do you know what I mean? To not be in what it is. And I guess it's a thing about just knowing the nothing in excess, no matter what that is. Interesting energy, Scorpio. Alright, King of Wands. Let's get into this again. He's doing some serious thinking. Let's see. I mean, maybe for some of you, there is something knocking on the door. Mars in Aquarius. What do I see? So you say what you, when you say what you say and what you know is because you want other people to be prepared, right? It's a conscientious kind of thing. I guess this is also a healing, a deep healing in yourself as well. So you can feel again, I saw, like more connected. In the way that you want. Things are lighter, you know. Look at this Emperor looking at the Three of Cups. I mean, I suppose some of you could be questioning your drinking if you do, or some of your friends, or your circles of people. You know, like, how do you fit in there? Or what is your position in that? How responsible do you feel for that? Is it something that aligns with who you are now? These circles. And even if they stay, it's like but the definition of you needs to be made aware of so that you know where you're at. And therefore you can lighten the energy, you know? Like be able to relax more. I mean, of course, after handling whatever these Emperor tasks are, which again, I guess goes into work, right? That's very important. Oh, interesting. Look at this. The Magician and the King of Cups. There's you. So, remember, you are an amazing creator of your reality. Of reality in general. No one can trick you when you stop tricking yourself. You know what I mean? When you know what's yours and what's not. Which sometimes can be hard. I mean, I believe for all people, but Libra talked a lot about this, and again, there's you. It's like there's a depth here. Oh, let's see. You want to read this part? Yeah. Okay, hold on. I heard no secrets in love. Okay. Is it there? Yes. Vultures have a wonderful ability to see. Oh, you want to watch the tree? Maybe it'll fly by. Hold on. Vultures have a wonderful ability to see and to use thermals rising from the earth, giving them lift. Their ability to use this energy is often linked with auric vision, the ability to see subtle energy emanations from that which is from the earth or that which is living. We have all experienced thermals in our lives. When we have driven down the road and on a hot summer day we can see the heat rising off the surface, this is a thermal. To the human ground observer, these currents are only visible for a few feet above the concrete. Vultures can see them as they rise into the sky. When on the ground, the vulture cannot see or feel the thermals. But in the air, they are very sensitive to every aspect of the currents. The vulture can help teach you. as they are a very patient hunter. It can soar for hours without flapping its wings. They are tremendous symbols of flight without power. They use these currents and energy to allow themselves to fly. In essence, they do not need to expend much reflecting. They do not need to expend much energy. This is seen in the fact that their wings rarely move, reflecting that the power for flight does not come from them. They simply use what is available. One of the mystical secrets believed to be held by the vulture is the ability to levitate. Levitation is the law of spirituality, an impulse towards the material and mundane. The vulture denies the material. Its ability to float, rise, and soar has been seen as a symbol of movement away from the mundane. It is a symbol of this disintegration of the physical holds. It is a symbol of distributing one's energy so that it does not weigh or hold one down. Be it that which is upon the earth, or mundane situations and experiences. Well, I guess that's that, Scorpio. Look at the beautiful wild violet. Isn't it cute? It's like a heart. It's ruled by Venus. You can tell. It's because it's cool, too. Cool and soft. Maybe Taurus and Libra would be very helpful for you. Of course, Aries. It's almost like Libra. It goes here, and then Libra, and then Taurus. Sagittarius, Capricorn, and then Aries. I think that's it, Scorpio. Cool reading. I love your readings. I know they aren't exactly like the mundane, right? Not all the time. It doesn't, I don't know, I just don't read like that. I don't see life like that, you know? And that's okay. If other people don't get it, what did we talk about before? Other people don't get how you feel. They don't get you. They don't understand you. They judge you. Whatever. See you later. Peace out. You know, no judgment. So I guess a last question here is, well, firstly, statement. Remember, you're on the right path. I do see if you focus on work over pleasure, you will win something. Like you will be successful in that. It is a mutual, beautiful energy. Where is it that something is knocking and you know you need to open the door? And I also feel like there is a door that you are closing, like, or one that you've already closed that you don't need to open. You know what I mean? Like if you're positive about that space, that you close the door for good reason, like something about that. Okay. And remember that energy, you only have to give a little bit. You know, it's about working with the energy, not against it. Maybe that sounds cliche, but I get it. It's like, you know, it's kind of like you don't need weights to work out. You can just use your own resistance if you want to, right? You don't need all these extra things. And so maybe some exercise too might help you to blow off a little steam, you know, or I don't know. And then of course, if that's the case and you are doing this, working out that Mars so that it behaves correctly, then also remember to be still. Plus Mars is in Cancer right now, so it is kind of a stiller place. It's like figuring out what the, I don't know, what the heart's mad at or scared about or stuck about or whatever. It's right now literally right in the heart of the crab. It's interesting. So if you address it, yep. If you address it, well, you learn a lot more. It's like a new level of cause and effect, which helps you to become stronger, helps you to be lighter, more sparkly, you know, whenever you feel the need to express it that way, right? More creative, more passionate, more confident. It's more of that Leo energy. And I do see that Libra would be very helpful for you in this time. Maybe just to release something. I don't know. We are weighed down every moment by the conception and the sensation of time. There are but two means of escaping and forgetting this nightmare: pleasure and work. Pleasure consumes us. Work strengthens us. Let us choose. Thank you all so very much. So grateful to be here with you. I do hope you enjoyed the greenery. The black walnut. This is its bark, if you want to learn about it. The way it kind of folds down on itself, although it sort of grows up, actually, even though it looks like it's going down. But yeah. Happiest now. I'll talk to you next time.